Chapter 5.
Caleb's point of view. After sending Theo out on the task of finding out who the young mysterious lady was, I continued to stroll a little through the town. My wolf was begging me to go for another run before the ball tonight, but I knew that I needed to be present when the other two packs arrived. I knew one of the two packs that would be attending, the Crest Line pack. I was looking forward to seeing Marcus, the Alpha, again. Rumour has it that he has found his mate, and I am eager to find out if it is true. As if fate were reading my thoughts, I could hear the scouts informing some of the closer wolves that there is a pack approaching. I turn and head back to the manor house to greet the guests. As I draw near, I see that Alpha Jason and Luna Amanda are already outside waiting at the top of the steps. I step next to Alpha Jason, hoping that it is the Crest Line pack that is headed in. Just as the first wolves step out of the tree line, my Theo steps out of the house and stands beside me. "We need to talk soon," Theo whispers into my ear, and I break out in a smile. I know that my beta has already uncovered information about the girl, like I asked him to. As the wolves draw nearer, I am disappointed that it is not the Crestline pack that has made it here. An older man and woman draw closer to the manor house. "Welcome to the Silver Moon Pack House, Alpha Jerome." Alpha Jason is walking down the steps to greet the newcomers. "It is good to be here, Alpha Jason. Thank you for hosting the Maben Ball. The mission pack is proud to be a part of the festivities." As the man replies, I am pleased that I will finally get to meet the alpha of the mission pack. I know that they are a smaller pack, located between the Indian Reservation and the town of Pendleton. Although they are a smaller pack, they are known for their fierce warrior abilities and loyalty. "Ah, this must be the great Alpha Caleb I have heard so much about." "Yes, it is great to meet you, Alpha Jerome. It has been a long time coming. I apologise that I have not been able to make the trip out to greet you properly before now. The truth is, I have always made plans to meet the mission pack, but life always got in the way." "Well, I am pleased to meet you now. I understand that you are still unmated. Perhaps one of our lovely women here is your destined mate." I love that this man does not mince his words. He is straightforward, and I appreciate his ability to get to the point. Yes, I am also hoping that I will find my mate tonight. "Well, Alpha Jason, Alpha Caleb, and Luna Amanda, if you do not mind, we would love to freshen up a bit. We are getting too old to be making too many more trips," Jerome says, laughing at himself.
"Yes, me and Alyssa will show you up to your rooms."
Luna Amanda leads the Alpha and Luna into the manor house, and Jason follows. Turning to Theo, I notice that he seems upset. "Theo, you said that we needed to talk." "Yes, Alpha. Perhaps we should take a walk. Maybe check out the outer perimeter?" I know by his suggestion that he does not want to be overheard. So, I nod my head in agreement, and we head towards the woods, walking casually. "The young woman you were inquiring about. It turns out that she is the Alpha's youngest daughter." His words confuse me even more. If she was the Alpha's daughter, why had we not been introduced? And why was she not present at mealtimes? Theo glances at my face and can see the questions burning in my eyes. Now, here's the twist. The Alpha and Luna have made her a slave. From what I have gathered so far, the Luna was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl. The male did not survive childbirth, and the daughter was blamed for the death of the son. Theo's face is red with anger as he is explaining the situation to me. I understand his anger at the situation. Our pack is more forward-thinking and progressive. We do not have slaves, and even our omegas are treated as revered members of our pack. Theo helped me build the pack up this way. It made us stronger. Our wolves are more loyal. If she is indeed a slave, then it is doubtful that they will ever let her attend the Maben Ball. The words fall out of my mouth as soon as they cross my mind. Correct. But there is a possibility that you may be able to buy her from the Alpha. It is not unusual for slaves to be traded to other packs. Even if this girl is not your mate, she still deserves a better life than the one she is stuck in right now. Theo is a huge advocate for people that are being abused. This would not be the first time that I have bought a slave in order for them to have a better life. I will request a sit-down with Alpha Jason, preferably before the ball. I will request meeting the slave girl, and I will give her the option. If she wants to leave her pack, I will make the negotiations to buy her. We walk towards the manor house in silence, both of us trying to process the information that we had learned. I have bought slaves before that have greatly helped my pack in the past. I bought a slave once that had a great healing power, another that could bake the most delicious pastries. I always give them a choice before I do it though. They can stay with their birth pack or join mine. I wonder what this girl will choose.
Daphne's point of view. So far today, I had done a great job staying out of everyone's way and avoiding any conflict. After leaving the meeting hall, I retreated to my room. But on the back stairs, once again, was that smell. I was intrigued, but I know that if I went snooping, there was a great risk of getting punished. Today was one of the rare days that no one has hit me so far. I desperately wanted to pull out my book and read a few chapters, but the house was still bustling with people getting ready and more people arriving. I was too afraid that someone would catch me, and then they would take my book. I peeked out my window and watched the mission pack arrive. I knew Alpha Jerome and his Luna. They had visited our pack before. At one point, I know that Alpha Jerome had hoped that my sister Scarlet was his son's mate. To his disappointment, they were not. However, one of his best warriors found his mate on that trip. Finding your destined mate is celebrated, and my father had thrown a party to celebrate the pair. I liked Alpha Jerome, and hoped that by some chance I would get to run into him during his stay here. He was an older alpha, and he never hit or yelled at me. I liked his Luna Alma even more. Alma was a kind, gentle soul, and at one point, she had given me some water paints for me to play with. I loved those paints, and did a great job at hiding them for a while. Unfortunately, horrible Heather had burst into my room to demand that I clean her room, and had spotted the paints that I had no time to hide. Heather went straight to my mother, who accused me of stealing them and had whipped my backside till it bled. I never told anyone that it was Alma that had gifted me the paints. A part of me worried that she would be in trouble for being kind to a slave. I noticed that there was a man standing with my father at the top of the steps. He was younger and very handsome. I assumed since he did not stand a step down from my father, that he must be the alpha that arrived last night. This man has an aura of powerful energy around him that even I can feel from up here. I can see why Heather is so excited to meet him. He is very handsome from what I can see. He is tall, tan skin, and looks to be very muscular. Heather will definitely try to sink her claws into him. Poor guy. For his sake, I hope that Heather is not his mate. I cannot imagine anyone loving someone that is so ugly on the inside. As I was watching, another man stepped out beside the first. He must be the beta. He is almost as tall as his alpha, and he is also very muscular, but lean. His hair is darker than the alpha's. He is rigid in the way he is standing, but I notice that he has almost a protective stance near his alpha. I wonder if all betas are good friends with their alpha. Soon, I see the alpha of the mission pack and my father and mother come back inside the manor house. The other alpha does not accompany them. Instead, him and his beta appear to be taking a walk towards the woods. My wolf howled in agreement. She would much rather be in the woods than stuck in this attic room. With the commotion finished downstairs, I sit in a corner and wondering about how many mates will find each other tonight at the ball. Although this is the first time we have hosted the ball, I know that many of our people attend the ball on a regular basis when it is hosted by one of the neighboring packs. I am looking forward to watching everyone tonight in their party dresses headed to the meeting hall. Even though I love being free and in the woods, there is a part of me that wonders what it would be like to attend the ball. I have always wanted to learn to dance. I imagine all the different colors of dresses swirling around and the giggles escaping from the girls. For a brief moment, I wonder what it would be like to dance with the alpha that showed up last night. Would he be gentle and coaching? Or would he expect me to already know the steps? He emits a powerful energy, and I wonder if he is cruel like my father, or gentle like my sister and her husband. I start laughing as I realize that I would never even be allowed into the ball. I do not own any dresses. The closest thing I have to flowy material is baggy sweatpants. Shaking my head to dispel those thoughts, I take a look around my room and realize I should tidy it up a bit. Although it is not actually dirty. I live in the attic, and dust settles quickly. I grab a rag and get to work, taking my mind far away from strong alphas, flowing dresses, and nights that I will never have.
Caleb's point of view. I was pacing around my room, waiting for Theo to come back and let me know if Alpha Jason had agreed to a sit-down. I wanted this business to be over quickly, and I am sure that I can persuade them to sell the slave girl. I have already decided that even if I find my mate tonight, that my pack will be leaving early tomorrow morning. Like Theo, I do not like being around a pack that owns slaves. I am also having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that the Alpha and Luna were so blinded by grief that they condemned their daughter to servitude. My parents were loving parents. My father was patient with me, and even though he was the Alpha, he always spent adequate time with me. I remember when I was about 4, I snuck into the training grounds when my father was training our warriors. He immediately spotted me, and I expected to be told to go back home. Instead, my father swooped me up, introduced me to his warriors, and let me train beside them. At the end, he hoisted me on his shoulders and told me to thank each warrior for training and helping to protect our pack.
End of Chapter 5.